Live from the City of Angels Thursday night, we are back with a box office preview show that includes expanded thoughts on If. Also, we're going to talk about those first reactions out of Cannes for Megalopolis, all over the map on those. But we start with a film that I just got out of. Do you remember The Strangers 2008? I mean, you're looking at what, about 15 years ago for this film with, when you look at Liv Tyler and Scott Speedman. Right? That was the dude's name. I think that film was very effective at being really just eerie. And I think really at the end, the payoff and the question of what is evil and does there even an answer for that? You know, when you watch this film. Tonight, I had to sit through a film that was essentially a shot-for-shot remake. I wouldn't even say that, though. That's not even fair. I apologize because that's not fair to the previous director of this film. This film is directed by Rennie Harlin. Remember him? I was like, what? This guy's back and he is directing a movie. We're going to look at some of his past movies. It's been a while since you've seen something this guy did. It's time for the MMT evaluation. The Strangers Part 1. I don't think we're going to get a Part 2 or Part 3. Honest to God. I mean, after watching this movie, why? Why are we going to go there? There's no reason. There's no reason to remake this film. There's no reason for it to exist. This is a generic as fuck respray of the original. Copies virtually every single key moment of the 2008 predecessor that I just discussed off the top. Lionsgate should be embarrassed they made something so utterly pointless. I swear to you guys, longest 90-minute movie of my life. This feels like 2.5 hours. This movie just is so long. It's so painful to sit through. And what made it especially weird here tonight is as I sent this tweet, and you can see me in pure agony having sat through the longest 90-minute ever in The Strangers Part 1, a movie that is virtually the exact same film that we saw in 2008, only a lot worse. Okay, a lot worse. As I'm tweeting this, I'm like, wait a second, what's happening? Hey guys, guess who's here? The stars of the movie are here. Look, there they are. The generic female lead and the generic male lead, and I assume the producer. They come waltzing in, and I'm like, oh, geez, this is bad. Because I was about ready to yell. In fact, as a matter of fact, can I just be honest? Because that's what I like to do here on MMT. It's what we do. It's our specialty if you've never watched. I was in the middle of saying, anybody who claps for that shit film, I tell you, we're going to meet in the lobby. And then all of a sudden, they come walking in. Oh, my God. Thank God I went, whoop, because it was really bad. She was excited. The young actress, she's like, oh, The Strangers, I'm so excited. They were handing out, you ready for this? The Strangers Part 1 bags in the lobby. There it is. Can you see it? Isn't that exciting? If anyone wants this and you see me at AMC next time, you're more than welcome to have my Strangers Part 1. It's just really weird when you're in the middle of hammering a film and then here comes the people who made the film. I mean, it doesn't stop me, but I did kind of not say what I really wanted to say. This is a pointless remake. Again, going back to that 2008 version with Liv Tyler and Scott Speedman. You look at how that film was set up. Remember, they were coming from a wedding, and she had just said no to him. He proposed to her, correct? And then she said no. So there was that tension that was going on. This film is the generic, we roll into the small town, and everybody's looking at us, and I don't know about this. Should we be here? And we've seen that so many times in how many different horror films, and yet here we are again. So it's actually made worse in that these actors are so generic, both of them. God bless them for walking into my theater here tonight. I'm so excited to be in this movie. But this film is going down hard. I don't think we're going to get a part 2 because there's really, again, no reason for this film to exist. I can't believe I am now 3 weeks into summer. And this is the worst summer season of movies that I have had to endure over the first 3 weekends. Go back to The Fall Guy, and then we had Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Then we had If this weekend along with Strangers. These are 4 losers in a row. 4. But if you watch Zach Pope or listen to Brandon nerd ass shill bitch Davis, these films are great and you should be celebrating all of them in theaters. This is an MMT score of 8%. This is a total fail. This is a bad start. Guys, I swear to you, at this point, I think I'm done. I mean, I'll see Furiosa next week. Someone asked me, when are you going to see Furiosa? I can tell you, not anytime soon, because Warner Brothers didn't bother to invite me, because I have a feeling, have you noticed all the reactions to Furiosa, right? They're all the same. This isn't Fury Road, but it doesn't have to. Why are you saying that? What is that? It's weird. It's almost like a cult. Stop parroting the same shit. But that's what these shills do, right? They get the talking points. They get invited to the premiere. They're oh so excited. In fact, let's check in tonight, if you wouldn't mind. Let's check in on one of our good buddies. One of my favorite shills. He's not my number one. It's Erick Davis. He'll always be my number one shill. But my number two shill is, yes, you know it, Brandon B.D. Davis. The coolest guy in the universe. I mean, I think we all know that. Our shill boy's at it again. He's out here in LA. You know what's happening? Let me explain what's happening, then I'm going to destroy if. Just give me a second. Here's what we have. We have a situation where the studios fly this shill bitch into town, and he watches movies, and he gives them quotes such as, Bad Boys, Ride or Die is phenomenal. I love the Bad Boys franchise. This one raised every bar, not one or two bars. Every single bar is raised. It is nonstop hilarious. Innovative action beats. So much chemistry with Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. The best time I had at the movies since the last movie I saw 2 days ago. No, actually an hour before this. It's the best time I've had in a movie theater in the past 45 minutes. I absolutely loved it. Ladies and gentlemen, your number one shill bitch in the universe is Brandon B.D. Davis, who gets flown out to Hollywood to issue this bullshit for the studios because he'll play the game for the studios because he's so cool. Isn't he? He's the kind of guy that believes he's cool. I don't think I'm cool. I know I'm annoying, and I like that. I like being a little bit abrasive. I have no problem with that. This guy doesn't. I'm so likable. I like everything. I'm so cool. I'm Brandon Davis. By the way, and here's more proof that he gets flown out here to go to these premieres and then issue quotes. Look what he's at tonight. Young Woman in the Sea, the Disney movie with Daisy Ridley. How much you want to bet in about an hour from now he's going to have a tweet reaction? This is unbelievable. Daisy Ridley should be up for an Oscar. This guy's got to be stopped. You all on Film Twitter come after me. You come after me for all the shit. Weber's this, Weber's that, and this asshat is running around and you all let him go. Oh, it's all good. He's Brandon Davis. He's a shill, but it's okay. No. It's not okay. And until you guys stand up and take a stand against these kind of shills, we're going to continue to get this crammed down our throats where this guy gets flown in and gets to issue quotes for the studios. He's part of the system. He's corrupt. And just like the rest of them, goodbye. I don't have any time for these people. They are pointless. And the fact that you guys pay attention or even read and do not go after these people is annoying as hell. You know, how am I wrong? I'm a hunt. He shoots, he shills. I mean, listen, fine. I guess maybe sort of cool, but not as cool as Brandon Davis because I don't get invited to these things because yes, he can keep getting away with it. He just goes, he got flown out here to watch If, which is not a great film, said it was fantastic. Then he goes to see Bad Boys, issues a quote, this is great. Now he's here watching Young Woman in the Sea. Let me explain something. The studios are paying for this guy to come into town and stay at a 5-star hotel so he can issue quotes to his 350, 400,000 followers, and you guys are going to pretend that's okay. It's normal, but Weber's an asshole. But this guy's the guy doing the damage, not me. I'm the guy trying to get good films made and get rid of the shit. This guy's running around, oh, he's great. He's great. Weber, he's the worst thing ever. He's toxic. He's terrible. I can't believe that he even has a platform. We should deplatform that guy. Let Brandon Davis do all the stuff because he's trustworthy. Unbelievable. Seriously. Again, yes, because it's all the time. That's why superhero movies, because now he's here. He's doing it again. He's doing it again. You know what? Good. Let him come after me. Because you know what I have? These guys don't have. You guys know it. Everyone say it with me. Credibility. I have credibility. They don't. Exactly. I will be as mean as I damn well want, and I will not be invited to any premieres. Guess what, guys? It's time for the full evaluation of If. This is a film that I do not like. I came out of that reaction the other night, and I was handcuffed, right, by that embargo. You can't talk about this film. You've got to hold it. Fine. I'll wait a couple of days, and now I'll unload on the film. It's not a great film by any stretch of the imagination. I'm going to start with the only thing that I like about this film, and it's not even Ryan Reynolds, who I think tries too hard, but that's not even good enough for me. New York, the setting of New York City, I always enjoy in a movie. But that said, if you want to watch a family film from the same studio that's light years better, I didn't say light years better than If, it is Clifford the Big Red Dog. That's a much more entertaining film than this. This film is saddled with an artificial, forced screenplay, and it feels cloying. It feels saccharine. It feels like, my God, you're trying so hard, John Krasinski. Stop pushing it. Just let it happen. His dad in the movie is having a heart transplant. Mom already died. Listen, Krasinski's like, we're not just going to do Disney. I might have both parents die. It might be a little spoilery. Don't worry. The movie's not great. You're not missing anything if I spoil a couple of things. Krasinski's even like, oh, look at me. I'm the funny, goofy dad. I'm like, this is not working. And this is like right off the bat when you're watching the film. You're like, wait a second. It's like scene number 2. And I'm already like, right? You're cringing. Like, this isn't working. There is so much random shit that happens in this movie. This is one of the least coalescing screenplays that I can imagine of late. You've got a bunch of stuff happening that doesn't even fit together. You've got this little kid that's in a hospital room, and he's got a broken leg and a broken arm, and the girl in the film that sees the imaginary characters comes walking down the hallway, and there he is, and he's like, hey there. And then they start having a conversation. I'm like, is he a ghost? What is happening? This is bizarre. And then he gets shoehorned into the movie. The movie is absolutely random, and nothing is more cringeworthy in If than the Tina Turner weirdness. And if you've seen the film by now and you're watching this, you're screaming at the top of your lungs, Weber, you're a god. You knew it. You know it. You always are dead on. Guess what? In the middle of this film, you've got Tina Turner's You Better Be Good to Me. And all of a sudden, which she sang when she was a kid for some reason. She's a 12-year-old girl, modern day, and she's dressed up like Tina Turner, singing You Better Be Good to Me. Like, what is this? She wouldn't be picking that song. Her parents might have picked it, but she wouldn't pick it. And then all of a sudden, they break in to a full-on music video with all the characters, and Ryan Reynolds has a mullet, and he's dancing around like crazy. It is one of the most chaotic clusterfucks of a scene that you will see this year in theaters. Go see If and wait for the Tina Turner You Better Be Good to Me 17-minute long remix that occurs. This is one of the, I was sitting there like, that William Dafoe thing going, whoa, like, this is wild. This is bad. This is such a disappointing film, guys. 55%. I mean, did I give it? I think I went higher on after a couple days because I just sat through Strangers, which is so bad and so long and so torturous. This film is just something to behold, just based on the Tina Turner You Better Be Good to Me scene alone. When you see that, you will know it. Dieter, it feels like, I kid you not, it's an edit. They keep going back. It's like a 3.5, 4-minute song. They keep bringing it back. It goes like I'm getting blinded by the sun here. My light just went up because I'm bad-mouthing If. I'm not kidding you. It is the 17-minute long extended remix. I have never, by the way, you can see every pore on my face now. Listen, I don't hate horror, guys. I just don't like bad, recycled, no reason to exist horror. I mean, what do you want? Would you want me to love everything? Come on, Omega Swiper. You know that I'm not going to do that. You know if I'm going to recommend a film, I'm going to love the film, or I'm not going to say anything good about it. Ryan Reynolds at one point followed me on Twitter. I don't think he does anymore after I just hammered If. Let's find out right now if he still follows me on Twitter. Everybody, here we go, live. Let's check. I have a feeling this is the night that it's over. This is the night that he no longer, because he had to see my tweets. And I just bashed that whole scene. He's trying so hard. Oh, God, this is awkward. Guys, this is awkward. He still follows me. This is still kind of awkward, but it's fine. I think, you know what I think? I think that Ryan Reynolds is the kind of guy that would appreciate me being hard on his movies. You know, because there's enough Brandon Davises and Zach Popes and Eric Davises of the world. You get an Eric Weber who's like, wham, this shit ain't good. And he totally, I guarantee he agrees with me, Lizzie. 100% he's real. I guarantee if he watches this stream, he'd be like, yeah, that was bad. That Tina Turner scene was, well, I mean, listen, maybe you're right. He didn't agree with me, but he has replied, Aaliyah. I'm not suggesting that of his, Liz, can I just say this? He only follows 1,600 people. So the chances that he ran across, unless he's muted me, are pretty high that he at least saw it. So I don't know what to tell you, but this is just proof of what I always tell you guys, that I'm not going to hold back. I'm not going to, because of this person, I'm going to, no. You know, I just can't do that. That's not how I operate. It's going to handcuff me, and I don't want to be like that. I want to be just unhinged. I think I do that well, don't you guys? What's Weber like? He's unhinged. Is that, yes, that's fair. You guys ready? Here we go. More comments momentarily, but we're going to get right into it. Let's get into the Megalopolis reactions. This is Francis Ford Coppola's latest. It's been forever since we've seen a film by him. What was the last film? You know, I should have done the research. What was the last film that he had? It's been over a decade, correct? Why was it? I can't even, honestly, couldn't even get. If you give me 4 choices, I could pick it. So look, here it is. Megalopolis is just debuted here at Cannes. They did screen it here in LA a few weeks ago, but they did it for everybody now. And here we go. Let's talk about the reactions from Cannes, and we're going to sift through this, and I'll be able to tell you if the movie's good or not, because I'm very good at reading between the lines, because a lot of these people, you know, they're very cinephilic. They're very chin-strokey, and they're not really for you. They speak to other critics. So they're going to say, oh, it's quite a learned film. All right, here we go. Here's Kyle Buchanan. He is the New York Times awards guy. Coppola has been unable to find a studio buyer for the movie, and it's clear why. Megalopolis is likely to confuse and divide mainstream audiences. No shit. No shit, Kyle. No one thought that this was ever going to be a mainstream audience movie. I mean, just look at what we've been treated to so far and just the general plot synopsis of no one thought that this was going to be. Come on. No shit. No fucking shit. Why do I even have to read that? No 2 actors in this movie are on the same page about how to perform it. By the way, that would speak to Adam Driver again. Driver is, listen, guys, I don't dislike Adam Driver. I'm going to tell you that when he's off, he's off. I mean, when Adam Driver is not clicking, it's really something to behold. He's not good in House of Gucci. He is not fantastic in The Last Duel. He is very good in Annette. I love Annette. You know, if you ask me, what's the one Adam Driver movie you'd recommend? It's Annette. It's so weird. And for me, it worked. And it's just like they're singing to a doll. It's bizarre, and it's not for everybody, but it worked for me. Okay, I'm gonna make an apology there. If it didn't work for you, I understand why. But he's good in it. But when you look at him, he's just kind of all over the place. The accents are typically not good. Typically mixed, I'll just say. The result is a mishmash of acting styles and misbegotten, there's a fun word that I haven't said in a long time, choices that have had some journalists at the festival giggling in disbelief. The dialogue is either bluntly declarative or totally impenetrable, and Coppola often interrupts the action with shots of featured extras so prolonged you can tell with certainty that you're looking at one of the filmmaker's relatives. That's bad. That means it's poorly edited. That's that. You know, listen, we've talked about this before. I'm going to continue on the reaction stream. It's going to continue, but let me tell you something. When directors get old, they tend to lose the fastball. We just saw it happen with Ferrari. right? You see it happen in front of you. Ferrari is not a good film. I know that our boy, the biggest film dweeb on planet Earth, I believe is AI created, Strange Harbors, thought it's a great film. But that right there nullifies everything he's ever said. I might have liked Ant-Man 3, but at least it's what it is. I'm not saying, he's saying Ferrari's a great movie. Let me tell you, Michael Mann, that direction's bad. And if this is the case with what we're looking at with Megalopolis, these old directors, man, I'm telling you, I can't do this stream when I'm 80. I mean, I can do it, but you all be like, this isn't good. I mean, it's arguably bad now. So how good is it going to be when I'm 80? Which is going to be in like 3 years. How? You guys are all saying, I'll just play along with you. But, seriously, I mean, you guys act like when you get 80 that you're going to be the same reactions. No, man, he's lost his fastball. So did Mann. Eastwood's 1,000 years old. He just knows how to make movies tight. He just goes in and goes, that take was okay, let's move on. Every other director like Fincher, that's take 85, let's go 86. Eastwood's like, that's one. We had the boom. Doesn't matter. We'll edit out the boom in post. Scene, next scene. We did one take. Nope, doesn't matter. We're going to edit out and post next. That's how Eastwood operates. He's 1,000 years old. So, as we continue here, it's not a surprise if Koppel has lost his fastball. I'm thrilled to Megalopolis in all its overstuffed, crazy ambition. That's not necessarily a good thing. We just saw that with Babylon. Babylon is overstuffed, crazy ambition. It's a fucking train wreck. So Joshua Rothkopf, sorry. Only a charitable viewer would call it a catastrophe. It's definitely not boring. That means it's not good. Leonardo Goy. It's always thrilling to watch a filmmaker operate on an impossibly ambitious scale and take all manner of risks like Babylon. That worked out well, didn't it, guys? Oh my God, our boy Fennessy still championing that movie. Remember, guys, whenever you just come in here, all you have to say if you want to bring up Sean Fennessy, just say fraud, and that's it. No, that's right. I know who you're talking about. You're talking about the fraud. I can't help but think Megalopolis, daring and bombastic as it is, felt somewhat short of its promise, a debate on our future in the medium zone. Billy Melissa. Coppola's Megalopolis is a chaotic, psychedelic fever dream that makes the stories from set undoubtable, which, of course, you've heard he was like, definitely playing old school filmmaking when he made this thing. I love seeing directors run with an idea, but the result is in this instance is a film so beyond comprehension, it cannot even begin to be unpacked. Great. Well, here's the thing. So these are critics who are chin strokers. These are the circle jerk critics. So if the circle jerk critics are saying that it is impossible to be, you got to unpack this thing, good luck to anybody who's normal. If I'm a studio, I don't think I even buy it. I mean, unless it's cheap, and then you're going to get people wanting to watch a train wreck. I mean, if the price tag exceeds $5 million, I know this thing costs a ton, but you know what I'm saying? Because then you have to advertise it. I wouldn't buy it if it's bad. I haven't seen it. I'm just telling you, based on what I'm reading, I would not buy this film. And you guys know that's what I'm good at. I would kick ass in the realm of watching a film and saying this. I told you guys, when I go back to Sound of Metal, what did I tell you? When I came out of Sound of Metal, I'd say, go look at my tweets. My first reaction when I watched it, when I came out of the screening, I said, listen, if you were in a room and this thing was forbidding, I'm going to pay whatever we have. How much do we have? We got 20 million. We're going to 20 on this. Yes, we're going to 20 million on Sound of Metal. It's going to be up for Oscars. Get the film now. Get it up there. Start bidding. And of course, go to 20. We start at 5, and if it goes to 10, we stay in until it gets to 20, and then we're out. You got to know where to pull the line, because do you want, especially if you're an Apple or you're Netflix, you want awards. Netflix didn't buy that movie. Amazon did. That was what had their best awards movie. But Netflix can't bother to even think about bringing me in to clean shit up, because that place is a disaster. I would come in there and say, nope, this isn't good enough. Get rid of it. Lionsgate tonight. If you would have said, here's The Strangers. Here's Rennie Harlin's Strangers Part 1. Batgirl this shit. It's terrible. Get it out of here. Matt Naglia. We got problems if Naglia, who's arguably, he's shill tangential. If this guy says it's bad, we got problems, because you guys know Naglia is not like me. Naglia is a shill. No one's ever called me a shill, nor will they ever. You can't. You'd be an idiot. That'd be the dumbest thing that ever came out of your mouth. You can tell Francis Ford Coppola thinks a lot about the Roman Empire because its influence is all over the mega failure that is Megalopolis. The mega failure. Groan. Everybody audio groan. Oh. themes of time, history, legacy, civilization, technology. Okay, we got it. Are all touched upon in this, but too long. But if he's not liking it, we have problems. Here's Jason Gorber. The gates of Megalopolis are open and the world will never be the same. Part fever dream, part exercise and indulgence. Not since not since Babylon. Everybody, we're fucked. We are so screwed. If someone's mentioning Babylon with this, it's over. My bad, guys. It's over. It's got to be over. Babylon's a disaster. Don't defend that film. Please don't. Not here. You can do it somewhere else, but I would do it in private. Our boy Bilge Iberi is at it. Megalopolis, the craziest thing I've ever seen. That guy's such a dork. Can I go one more time on him? Remember, he's the failed director. You can say a lot. I'm not a failed director. One day I hope to be a failed director, just not yet. Not yet. Pullman Studio Vertical Entertainment might be the only one. Anytime we can get a vertical entertainment mention on this channel, I'm very happy. That's awesome work by you, Emotion. The fact that you know that, I mean, you can go down to the verticals and roadside attractions of the world, then we are doing something really good. ZYX Films. Anytime we can do that, just to the very fringe of theatrical, then you're doing a good thing. I'm rooting for this. I loved Rumblefish and Outsiders. Of course, that was an eternity ago, though. This guy's ancient, man. I hate to be ageist. Listen, I'm not 28, for fuck's sake. Listen, guys, I'm telling you that when you're 80-something, is Coppola almost 80 or is he 80? Either way, he's old. He's old. And anytime you're old, you get worse. That's just the truth. I'm sorry. I'm getting old. My best days are behind me. MMT is only going down. I mean, that's not surprising. You all know that. We're already in a slow descent. But it's going to get worse. A lot worse. Luis, I absolutely trust Coppola as a legendary auteur, but this is way too visually strange for the major studios, at least in the 2020s. I agree. Even Netflix, I don't think they're going to pay for this. I mean, I don't even know who is going to end up with this film. The easy answer is Neon, but Neon, I think, has other things going on this year. They have other films. I just don't see them putting a big bid on this. I think it's going to go down and just get picked up by someone like a Vertical or someone like IFC. They're like, we'll just put it out for you because they know they'll get some interest in it. But if it's like Babylon, I might enjoy it more than most. Watch out, Seeking God's Will. I swear to God, I'll ban you. I have banned people for less. Remember, we got rid of Byron for coming in here and being a big stick in the mud all the time. I don't even defend Babylon here. It can't happen. It can't happen. Oh my God, no! Fantasies are fraud. He's a fraud. He doesn't have the history. He pretends he has the history. You know what fantasy is? From when I read him, he's a guy who read books and didn't experience life. Those are the faux people, right? I'm a life person. And so I have much more experience doing so many different things. That's what I bring into this. And that's what I think that a lot of people don't have. Babylon is a disaster. Thank you. You're right. You're back on my good side. Gone Girl. Okay, let's see. Anything else? I want to mention this and we'll talk about Megalopolis, whatever else. I wanted to show you this. Let me see if I can find it. Shit. Okay. Damn it. I brought the banner up, but I don't have it. Now, I wish I had a producer. One of you guys needs to produce. We've already done an evaluation for Strangers and If and Megalopolis. What else do you want from me tonight? I mean, I want to do a short stream tonight. That's a tight... Who else can do this? Bo is Megalopolis. Who else could do this stream? Name somebody. Chris couldn't do it. I'm not... By the way, I'm not saying that's a state. Chris couldn't do this stream. Not by himself. He couldn't do it. I'm by myself. Sometimes we have Menzel, like once every 50 shows, but I'm by myself. Nobody else can do this shit. So screw you, Film Twitter. Go after Brandon Davis. He could probably... No, we can't do that. We can't. We can't. Babylon pre-intro was so delusional that they thought people were actually going to watch that movie in the theater. It's so bad. Remember, SMS, welcome to the channel, by the way. I'm going to tell you something about Babylon that I said to people when I saw the movie in Beverly Hills, the opening night, the very first screening of that movie, and I came out and said it was an absolute disaster train wreck. I've never seen people get up and leave a screening a first screening ever in my time in this town. I've been to a ton of things. I've never seen people get up and leave within the first 15 minutes of a movie. And I go, well, they're leaving. They're not in moving seats. They are leaving the theater. They don't want to watch this shit. You got the golden showers. You got the elephant shitting on people. I'm telling you, I am not kidding you when I tell you this. Damien Chazelle should never work again after Babylon. That is how bad he fucked that film up. That is such a pretentious douchebag film that you should never be able to make a movie again. That's how I would operate my studio. If he brought that to me and we watched Babylon, I'd be like, you're done. Get out of my room now. And just FYI, you're never making a film with us again. Never. I love Whiplash. Unbelievable. What a debut. My God. La La Land. Love the finish of it. Overall, yes. First Man. I always say Family Man. First Man. I like the direction on it, not the screenplay. But this is a career killer. Damien Chazelle, leave. And you're off the lot. Your card's been absolutely canceled. In fact, the guards need to walk you out at this point. Rolex, yet Babylon is entrenched with the zeitgeist. No, because you've got people like Sean Fennessy claiming it's good. I'm telling you, if you think Babylon is a great film, especially go back to that montage at the end. That is an embarrassing. I mean, that if that was my film and that was the montage I put in my film, I would tell everybody that I absolutely snorted so much cocaine before we shot that, so I apologize. The fact that he has not come out, the fact that Damien Chazelle to this day has not come out and said, I apologize for the shit show, train wreck, disaster of a film that is Babylon, the fact he has not offered a mea culpa to all of us is proof that that man has no clue what he's doing. I'm serious. He can't ever work again. He can't after that. It's such a shit film. It's the worst film one of the worst films I've ever sat through. Terrible film. I understand he made those. Doesn't matter. He lost it. He lost everything. When you make a film that bad, you lose all your goodwill. Listen, I can do 1,000 shows, and they're all great. But if I do one show where I come on here hammered, I start dropping, well, I already dropped F-bomb. I start doing things that are totally out of control, which is usual, but I'm talking tasteless. Then you guys will be like, that's it. You lost our trust. Not that I ever had any, but I'm just saying, as a filmmaker, when you're given $80 million on the budget on that, you got to do better. It's embarrassing. It really is absolutely an embarrassment. And to this day, I still feel like he owes me an apology. And until I get it, I'm going to keep hammering him. I don't care if his next film's great. I'm going to still ask that Damien Chazelle apologizes for Babylon. If I ever see him, I'm going to say, Damien, I know, I just want you to please apologize to me for Babylon. Then we're good. He'd probably take a swing at me. That'd be amazing. That's why I can't go to these things, because I do all these terrible things. Hold on, let me see if I can find that. Give me 1 second. I'm going to find that Lionsgate thing, because not only did they make this terrible movie, Strangers, pointless movie. They had, wait a second, let me see if I can find it. Where is my tweet? Oh, God, here it is. I found it, everybody. It's time to hammer Lionsgate again. Lionsgate, listen, Lionsgate should love me. I gave them a quote for John Wick that was heartfelt. I said it was one of the best action movies ever made, and I agree. I still to this day believe that. So Lionsgate, too bad, deal. Someone needs to be fired at Lionsgate. You know why? Did you guys look? This was a promotion where The Strangers, let me see if I can zoom in. They had The Strangers show up outside of someone's like Ring camera. See the three of them? I know it's a work, but this is the stupidest promo I've ever seen. You're going to get someone shot, Lionsgate. I'm telling you, if I saw this show up on social media and I worked at Lionsgate, I'd say, who was this? This was Ken in social media's idea? Get Ken in here right now. And of course, you guys know what's going to happen. I'm going to go Les Grossman on him. Did you do this? Did you decide to put 3 strangers outside of someone's house as they run in and act like they're killing them? They're going to go in and kill them? Ken, what the dude, get your shit, get off the lot. Key grip, punch him in the face. Les Grossman style. Good Lord, what are we doing? What are we doing? All right, couple more comments. I'm done. I'm so tired. No, I got it. It's terrible. It's a terrible film. Don't do that. Seeking Gods, don't do it. I think Damien Chazelle is in the stream tonight. Oh my! I know it's fake. It doesn't matter. It's terrible. It still's terrible. Don't even put that out there. All right, is there anything else happening in the world? Anything? Open comments, then we're going to get out of here. It's a short stream tonight. It's not an hour. You don't get an hour of me. I'm tired. I barely wanted to do a stream tonight. Oh, by the way, I sat through 10 trailers tonight. 10 trailers. Why am I sitting through 10 trailers? Because it is literally painful. I don't want to sit through this shit. I had to sit through them. And then I had to watch a 90-minute movie that felt like 4 hours. My bad. Real quickly, I do want to get one more comment I saw from the very top of the stream. This person nailed it. Mark is very good. I don't know who Mark M is, but Mark M is very good. Let me see if I can go all the way back. Mark was calling this film out. Go back to The Strangers. Like I said the other night, what a pointless rehash. Kept waiting for the audience word buzz of them to new things to happen, and it didn't. Guess that's in 2 or 3. Yeah, new things, nothing. That's right. It should have been Batgirl. Mark M., you are our approved critic. You're our first ever approved critic that we've gotten out of the comment section. I mean, why not? Garfield's interesting. Oh, yeah, let's talk about box office real quick, and then we'll go. Box office for If. Let's do a sales check because that's what we do on Thursday nights. Let's go to sales. Yeah, I had this all planned out until I decided I didn't. I just wanted to just get on and do a couple things. And now you're making me do more. You guys, I just want to get in and out. All right, let's check sales for If tonight. Here's the deal, though, with If. Ultimately, if you look at the sales for tonight, they're not going to be that great because what's going to happen is that it's a family film. Family films don't do as well on a Thursday night. I don't know why. My internet's literally freezing. You're probably going to lose me. I don't know what's happening here. My Twitter's out. There it goes. Okay, maybe it's AMC. AMC is getting hammered with people that want to see If and Strangers. Okay, here we go. If. Let's see if we got it tonight. There's advanced tickets. Let's check it right now. Let's check the sales. This is for tomorrow. Let's do tonight. I don't want tomorrow. I want today. All right, here we go. Let's go to Dolby 9:30. This is going to be dead. No, well, yep. Look, it's dead. 9:30 dead. It's a family movie, so I don't expect it to be good. Let's look at Universal 10:30. Who's going to see If at 10:30 in Prime? That is so late. Oh my God, there's your answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people. There are 8 people watching If at 10:30 at Universal. Let's see who else we have here. Let's do one more. Last one. Let's do Century City, Ken's favorite place, Dolby, 10:30. There's more there. There's about, 20 people on that screen. I'm going to put If at, let's go 42. Let's go 42 million on If, and let's do Strangers at like 8 if it's lucky. Because remember, we have a horror glut. There's too much, and people are burned out, especially on a film that's not this good. I love horror, but not this shit. Shit's not good. I'll take it at 42. I hope it does well. I don't think the film's good, but I hope it does well. If you're thinking about seeing If, just stay home and watch Clifford the Big Red Dog. It's a better film. It's a very similar feeling film, both set in New York, both with these, CGI live action thing going on. The characters in Clifford are funnier. The movie's better. Clifford's a much better film than If, and they're both Paramount movies. If's such a disappointment, guys. I mean, it really is. It's one of the more disappointing films of. Yeah, if it has heart, it does. The problem is it's fake. It's fake. I try. I don't think I'm not even drunk, and I'm just making things up at this point. All right, guys, I think I'm done. I'm tired. I did enough. You guys can't make me continue. The light is like literally the sun at this point. It's up to like the highest level. I'm like, I can't see. I just see a light. I'm going into the light. And some of you probably wish that. Live from the City of Angels. That's going to do it. I'll be back here maybe tomorrow for a quick box office update. I'm talking like a 5-minute update on a Friday night. Nothing more. You don't get a second more. Other than that, nothing until Sunday. Of course, breaking box office. And then the Sunday Night Spectacular. Come in with comments to this. Let me know what you want to talk about on Sunday because we're running out of things. So we're going to talk about box office. We'll talk about movies, but there's only so much to do. So I don't want to talk about Superman's cape. Don't make me do an entire stream talking about the intricacies
of Superman's cape. I'm not going to do it. It'll never happen. Will forever be the Riddler's channel in the Batman. Godspeed, you all. I'll see you maybe tomorrow, if not Sunday. Peace out live.